you forget, okay?
Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to the T-Minus Show. I am Dr. Pettinger. This is T-7. Can you believe it? We are at T-7. Only 7 weeks of school left, and we have a great show in store for you. It's going to be a little bit different. I am away speaking at a school safety conference, which I've done for probably the last 6 years. I've spoke on school safety, different types of things that we do at Grace and ways schools can prepare. And so I'm doing that this week. Last year, as you guys know, I didn't get to speak because of the fact of COVID. And when I got to my hotel where I'm staying, it was great. There was a sign I saw on the street. It said, March, so we meet again. Yes, we meet again with March. I need to get right into an interview today before we get into some stuff so I can get a student back to class. So I'm getting ready to bring George on right now. George, are you there?
Yep.
This is George, and you guys know every week I come and I talk to you about subscribing to our YouTube channel. Look what George has on. George, show him. He has this great shirt on that says, move that other shirt on your shoulder real quick. It says Grace Christian School YouTube. Like and subscribe. Boy, George is a walking billboard. George, what do you think of that shirt?
What do you think of the shirt, George?
Good.
Good. Where did the shirt come from?
My aunt.
Your aunt? Did she make this? And you have a shirt?
What do you got there, George? Show them what you got on your shoulder.
Let's see here. George is unveiling something. What is it? Is it a blanket? Is it a shirt? Let's see here. Oh my gosh. It says Grace Christian School YouTube. Like and subscribe. You have another shirt? You're going to wear 2 of them?
Who's that for?
You.
This is for me?
Tell him.
Oh my goodness, George. Thank you very much for the shirt. Do you want to say anything to everybody?
That's easy.
Say hi.
Like and subscribe.
Tell him to the camera. That's perfect.
Like and subscribe and be friendly to everybody.
Good.
There, look at that. We heard it straight from a 3rd grader. Like and subscribe to our channel. Parents, you guys are doing a great job. George, tell your aunt thank you very much for the shirt. I greatly appreciate it. I will wear it with pride on the campus. Tell them again one more time to like and subscribe to the channel.
Look.
Okay.
Tell them like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All right. Thank you, George. Thank you, George's aunt. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to let George get back to class. George, have a great day. And George's aunt, I can't thank you enough. How wonderful that is. Everybody's getting involved with the liking and subscribing, and you can tell our channel is moving up. It's kind of like how do you win a race? One step at a time, and that's how we're doing it. We need to. Our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I've told you that before, and it was in one of my talks at the security conference here about utilizing YouTube as a security tool for your school and the importance of getting to 1,000 subscriptions. I've also am starting a petition here at this conference that we can maybe reach out to YouTube, that if you can show that you are a registered 501c3 school and you are accredited, that YouTube will forego the 1,000 subscription because there are a lot of schools a lot smaller than us who would have an extremely difficult time getting to 1,000 subscribers. And you know what? YouTube is an excellent tool that could be utilized by schools in the case of an emergency. But unfortunately, if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you have to go from a computer platform and you can't go from a handheld device. So that's why we're pushing that. Hey, do you remember the blood drive is coming on April 14th? We are full, but as you guys know, life sometimes gets in the way and people need to rearrange or cancel at the last minute. If you would be so kind as to reach out to Selena Mullaney and go on a waiting list, be on deck in case someone cancels that we can fill you. You know what? If you've had COVID in the past and you're a CAC, a COVID antibody carrier, they want your blood especially because your antibodies are good. New research just came out that I was reading a couple days ago and this is really funny how the research and science is continuing to change, that states that they are seeing that antibodies from SARS-2, which took place a few years back, have lasted in the body for over 2 years and provided strong protection. If you had COVID and you are a positive COVID antibody carrier, please consider donating blood when we have this drive or going on the waiting list, because your blood is extremely valuable for someone who might be going into a surgery or who has cancer, really helping them in the future. We're a great school of givers, and I have no doubt that we'll give all 25 pints when the City of Hope bus is there. Hey, there's an important change of schedule. Mark this down. The Patriotic Day has taken the place of Tie Day for Spirit Day. And the reason for that is, whoa, I almost knocked the computer off the counter. Sorry about that. No earthquake here. The Spirit Day that we're going to have is Patriotic Day. And the reason for that, it goes right in line with our spring concert. We are going to be putting on the most fantastic spring concert you can imagine. And we want to make sure that everybody's getting into the hang of that. And so the spring concert filming is on April 13th and 14th. Your teachers will let you know in their newsletters what day that you are filming. And when we film, if you can wear red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue baseball caps, flag shirts, whatever you have on those 2 days, especially the day that you're filming, that would be great so that we can show our patriotic spirit. Now, an important thing that I want to bring up is there will be travel quarantine possible for those students who leave and come back, and those filming dates are during the potential travel quarantine over spring break when you were to come back. Now, every case is different when it comes to COVID, and because we have handled every case separately, independently, that is why our school has been so successful in the way everything is being handled. Now, along with that, that means there's all different types of scenarios if you are traveling. And the best way to know where you are in that is to reach out to Miss O'Rue, and she will go through the protocol with you. She'll ask you a series of questions, and she will give you the best date to return that is safest for you and safest for everyone at the school. So please reach out to her before you travel. That way you know. And we are serious about this. We talk to the students all the time. Unfortunately, we had to send a student home last week who came to school and told us they traveled somewhere else that would have put them in a 10-day quarantine. And it was very serious on our part. And Mrs. O'Rue acted swiftly. We quarantined the child at the school and sent the child home and spoke with the parents. So we are doing everything we can to keep you and your child safe. I do know that Orange County, along with Los Angeles County, have switched to the orange zone, but that really doesn't change a lot for us here at the school. We will continue to operate from a safe perspective. Now, if any of you are giving thumbs up or comments or anything, for some reason, the way I have the computer set up today, I'm not seeing any of those, so it's not that I'm ignoring you or, oh my goodness, Mrs. Medendez just put a comment. Thank you, Grace Christian School, for keeping our students safe. So yes, I am seeing the comments, and there's the comment right there. It's just that nobody commented. You know what? Maybe you need to get a cup of coffee and start your day off great. So anyway, along with that, this is the Easter week season, and we have Good Friday this Friday. And there is no school Friday on Good Friday. There's no school. There is a full day on Thursday. That's tomorrow. There's a full day, and the cafeteria is open. So please remember that. The cafeteria is open, and lunches are available. It looks like we have a lot of viewers. I can see that. We've got over 37 viewers watching right now, so we're having a great viewing. So no school on Friday. The lunch cafeteria is open on Thursday, and we're getting ready. Hey, you know what? We have a series going on right now called Upside Down Easter, Easter Upside Down. And we have been putting on basically information about different individuals in the Bible. You know, I called them characters, and my wife goes, are they characters? And they're individuals, and I've always heard, Bible characters explored. So we've had some great individuals from the Bible that we've highlighted this week that lead up to the Easter story. On Monday, we talked about Mary of Bethany, and she shared about how she put cologne and washed Jesus' feet when they had a great celebration dinner for him when he raised Lazarus from the dead. And then yesterday, we had Mara on, and Mara talked about Jesus in the Last Supper in the room that they rented to him and his disciples before he was crucified on the cross. And today we have Judas at 10 o'clock. Miss Cinco will be talking about Judas. And the funny thing is, our speakers this week, besides me, are the 4 Bs. We have Barbara, Brittany, Bruce, and Bob. And so they are each giving a different perspective throughout the week. Tomorrow, Bruce will be talking about Peter, and then Bob will be wrapping it all up on Friday with the Great Commission. I strongly encourage you to share these videos with your friends and families. As I was talking here about YouTube, and I was talking about how you can use it for outreaches, there are a lot of public schools that are here. And I had a YouTube expert come up to me and say, hey, you know what? You really shouldn't be putting these on your channel, because of the fact he was looking at our channel and he says they're not going to get as many views as your daily newsletters or your T-minus show, and that's going to hurt your rankings within YouTube. We're not using YouTube as a monetary tool for the school. We're using it as an informational and an outreach tool. So I told him I wasn't really concerned about that, and he thought that was valiant on our part. But if some of you are YouTube experts, we really want people to see the video because it's such a great outreach. And take the opportunity to see it. It's told by 5 different perspectives from 5 different staff members and 5 different individuals sharing there. So you're really getting a 10-for-1 deal this week. We still have a lot of viewers out there that are watching. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is RenWeb. Some of you have noticed that the RenWeb update was coming for the individual grades, and then you were getting the weekly update that comes out on Sunday. The individual grade uplink, we're still having a little bit of problems with. And Sean Menendez posted here, and she says, it's been amazing. I look forward to watching the next couple days. Thank you, Sean. Greatly appreciate that. Yes, and I can't thank Brittany, Bob, and Bruce enough for their time that they spent to research their individuals and film their videos and get them to me so that we could get them up. I do believe it's a great outreach that can be shared with many, especially if you have unchurched friends. It's not a long time. Each show's maybe about 7-10 minutes, and you get a great Bible perspective, kind of like a Bible study on YouTube. Anyway, the RenWeb has been coming out, and we're struggling a little bit with the individual grade assessments because it seems to continue to resend the grade. So if a child was to receive a D in a subject, it's going to send that email every day. We've disabled that for the moment because we don't want you to become numb to the notifications, and we're working with RenWeb. Mrs. O'Rue is diligently working with them to see if there's a workaround or a way that they can put this in for all schools to be able to utilize that tool. Now, when you do get your update on Sundays and you see that your child has a low grade, please log on to RenWeb and drill down into that subject and find out what the child is missing, what assignment they're missing, or how they got a poor grade in an assignment, and start a dialogue with your child. This really lets them know that you're also watching on your end, and it supports us on our end. So we would greatly appreciate doing that. Now, since we're talking about the updates that come home every week, I want to let you know that in junior high on April 12th, report cards are going to be emailed home to everyone. So you will be getting report cards on June 12th for our junior hires. Next is our PACE graduation. PACE is a wonderful program that Ms. Norigian has for our 6th graders. We utilize law enforcement to teach our students about law enforcement, about drug use, and things like that, and about bullying and peer pressure. And it's a really, really good program that we've utilized with the Cypress Police Department over the last few years. And it was a transition away from DARE to PACE. And I was fortunate enough to be part of the team that helped write that curriculum. I would say it's probably been 10 years ago that we switched over to this. So we will be having a PACE graduation on April 13th. It will be on our campus, and this is going to be a unique, different graduation. More information will be coming out to you parents as to how we are exactly going to do this. We're not quite sure yet if parents will be allowed to come to PACE graduation, or if it's just going to be in-house. So we're going to try to work that through, Ms. Narigi and I. So be flexible, parents. You might only get a couple days notice, and I apologize for that, but we're trying to work out what's the best way to do that. Keeping our students safe, keeping our staff safe, most importantly, keeping you safe, while continuing to follow the protocols and procedures that Orange County has put out for us. So that's pretty much the week. We are quickly wrapping up. Next week is Easter break. I hope all of you get a chance to refresh and recharge. We're super excited to partner with you. This has been a great week. The kids are very excited. They can feel Easter break is coming, and it's right around the corner. Anyway, parents, I can't thank you enough for tuning in today. The T-7 show, only 7 weeks left of school. That doesn't count Easter break. And we are going to finish extremely strong. Make sure you find a church to go to Easter on this Sunday. And remember that Christ died on a cross for you and for me and for everyone. And because of that ultimate sacrifice, we can have a personal relationship with him. Don't let this opportunity to develop that relationship go to waste for you or your child or for a loved one. Have them watch our outreach. Have them email Mrs. Mullaney if we can connect them with a home church. Many churches put on outstanding Easter services, and this might be just the perfect thing that plants a seed for a loved one who doesn't have a relationship. Anyway, parents and families, thank you so much for tuning in to T-7. I hope you have a blessed day and stay safe. We look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Thursday is a full school day, and then when we return after Easter break. Happy Easter, everyone. Bye-bye.